I need to wash my face. And that's about it. I just gotta wash my face. What are you guys saying? It's his spirit animal. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's like, Cap isn't vibing with the indoors. No, he's not. But I don't care. Bro, this bird. Oh my God. This crow. Literally, do you guys you see what I'm talking about? Do you see the crow that squawks at me every day? Every day. What are you doing up there, little bird? Oh, what was that? That wasn't a crow. It's crazy. I didn't even know I could zoom. Ooh, I dropped my jewel. All right, Kaplan and River, inside now. Come on, both of you. Cap. River, are you inside? No. Got it. I'm losing my dogs. The birds are squawking at me. It's hot. Standing in the grass. Check on the fish. What's over there? Why does that look like that? Hold on. Stop eating the grass! Get out. See? Come on, River. Come on. Now I don't even want to be out here. I don't trust you. You go over there, you start eating the grass. Kaplan starts eating the grass. When I just gave you food, then you start biting the bees. Okay, guys, Jesus. Someone said, did Jay ever swim in that pond? Okay, funny story about that pond. Are you ready? Lay down, Kaplan. Lay down, River. So when we first moved in, we were on tour, and I actually had one of my friends from back in the day come and stay here with the dogs and just hold the house down. You know what I mean? But when we were here for the first week when we got it, and then we had to go on tour. That's how it happened. So the first week, so before she came out, Kaplan and River. Now Kaplan's a hunting dog, full bred, bloodline goes way back. They almost didn't sell me him because I'm not a hunter. I am, but not a hunter for a hunting dog. Okay. So yeah, his bloodline goes far back. They've done crazy shit. I don't know if you guys know anything about hunting dogs or hunting in general or the sport of it. But it's crazy. And when it comes down to these dogs, they are a huge part of it, and they are very expensive and just very smart. And that's why they're so expensive. And that's why they're with hunters. Literally, all you gotta, Kaplan I can give him something, and okay, say if I put a chicken nugget up somewhere, even if I feed it to him, the next day he'll go look in that same place, and then every time he wants something, he'll make sure he checks that spot, next spot, he's crazy. So back to the story. We only had 3 when we moved in. Then they kept having babies, and it's crazy because the people who built the house would come over and be like, bro, we always lived here. We never had more than 3. And me and Jared moved in, and they literally just, you see how many are out there? There's literally 14 koi fish. Actuality. 12 to 14. I can never get it right because the little ones, they get me confused. And they don't stay in one place at all. So, whatever. Long story short, Kaplan notices the fish in the pond. River is a Dalmatian. River, a Dalmatian, they were bred to protect, to watch children, protect, back in the day, that's what that kind of, a Dalmatian was bred for. That's what their bloodline goes back to doing. But River thinks she is a hunting dog. She thinks she's Kaplan. Sorry, I keep looking at her. She's cracking me up because I know this story is so funny, and I haven't even got to it. Kaplan notices the fish. He hops up on the thing and like puts his paws on there and looks down into it. River automatically sees, like, she's like me, like, oh, something's up. I'm on go. Like, River's on go at all times. She hopped over Kaplan and jumped into the koi pond. Oh, and River doesn't swim. Like, Kaplan swims and River knows how to swim. But Kaplan actually likes to swim. River does not go in the water. Like, she just doesn't unless there's something she can attack in it. Literally, because she thinks she's a hunting dog. She jumped over Kaplan and got in the pond, and then Kaplan jumps in. So now me and Jared are like, no, get out. Like, you're going to squish them. Like, we're freaking out. Like, I'm afraid that they're going to, like, the dog, like, I don't think they're going to bite them because the fish are fast. But, like, Kaplan would have definitely got one. But Kaplan listened right away. And River was, like, scared once we started yelling. So she got out, too. But it was so funny. Because it's at night. And it's, like, not at night. But it's, like, the sun was rising. We were up all night. You know what I mean? Like, we just left it. Like, we were in where the studio is at that point. Was a movie room at first. We have, like, a movie theater in there, too. So we were just in there. And we go outside to, like, check out the backyard, and, like, it's right, like, you see, boom, it's right there, like, outside of our door. So the dogs, I had to teach them, me and Jared had to literally teach them not to go in there. Like, that was their first lesson, was not to jump into the koi pond, the koi fish pond. Or Jared, like, because I used to live down south, so you have to imagine. You guys have done so fucking crazy. Like, but what I learned also is just, you know, growing up, I was told if something's wrong, not told, but like, you know, you're in school, you're like, they're like, oh, call 911, I will never. I've called 911 because something was happening to me. Like, people, like, were being, like, racist towards me down south and told me they were going to hang me. Literally. So I'm out in the woods, like, not the woods really, we were just out fishing. I was out fishing for catfish at night, and there was like a group of kids, like 6 of them, up like all the crops in the land that was out there, with their car or whatever, their little Jeep, and I went to go back to the truck and grab a couple things and pee because I always have to pee. And I remember I peed, and when I peed, my phone came out of my pocket because it was in the back pocket of mine. I didn't realize, because it's dark, whatever. I guess the kids had noticed because I was calling my phone trying to find it when I went back to where I was fishing, because you have to go through, like, the woods a certain way or whatever. And so I couldn't see my car, or the truck. And literally, I guess they had my phone. And I remember being like, that's my phone. You see, I'm calling it. Can I have it back? And the kids were like, no. Like, on this whole other, like, being racist, like, literally had, like, bats in their hands. Like, I have people that I could literally tell you, like, that were there, that went through this with me. Like, this is in Alabama. And I was like, all right, if you're not going to give my phone back, I'm going to call the cops so that I can get my phone back. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I don't even give a that you're saying this shit to me right now, because you obviously have some kind of problem or were inbred or something. So I'm going to leave that over there. But literally, I called the cops so that I can get my phone back. And I was the one put in handcuffs and arrested. What I was arrested for, I have no idea. I had to stay overnight in a jail cell when all I wanted was my phone back. Literally. So that was like my beginning of me never trusting. Like, I never trusted cops before because just of how I grew up. And who my family is, and you handle everything yourself. We don't call the cops. But I was out there by myself. I had no family, no nothing. It was just me that lived out there, me and like 2 other friends that I knew. So, that's the only time I've ever called the cops. And there was like 6 boys, and it's little me. At that point, I weighed less than what I weigh now. So that was my first experience. Then there was a billion other more. Okay, I'm not the angel everyone claims. Well, I am, but it is what it is. Anyways, then the whole thing with Jared. It broke my heart all over again this morning when I saw
being so young at 14, being introduced to
for real. And
having the sexual
honest to God, and then also with the pandemic, people don't realize, first of all, they're opening up everything. Do not go outside. Do not go outside. It's not okay. It's not time. Don't go outside, please. And especially for if you're not really into this and really looking at what's going on, the people who are okay, obviously the people who've saved, people who, you know what I mean, have been in better situations or whatever, the people who are actually getting hurt by this is exactly, it's like a Holocaust is happening right now. No one's even paying attention. No one's thinking, do you know what's going on in the jails? Do you realize that people are getting sick in jails and they're just letting them stay in the cells with everyone and everyone's getting sick? That's real. That's happening. My cousin is literally in jail right now. This is happening. Are they helping anyone in there? No. Be aware of what's going on. We're being shown what's going on. Look deeper into it. With everything. Look deeper into it. This is like a mini Holocaust going on against, and they're making it seem like it's nothing because the people that they're showing are fine or this or that or blah 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 blah. Bro, no, really, what's really happening is that all the people in jail, that shit's not gonna work out well. Common sense. They're not doing anything to help that situation. How many jails do we have in the United States? How many people are in jail right now? And how many of them are people of color? Now let's just go to people that are in jail. The only people that are gonna be okay in this situation are the people that don't live paycheck by paycheck, which is not many people. I barely back in the I know. Not saying I know now, but I know. My family still does. I get it. I get it. And with that, and I grew up like that. So with that, it's just that's attacking a certain community. Do you guys understand? So what? You're gonna get $1,200? What is that gonna do for those communities that most likely have more than one? Bro, if you give me $1,200, and even give me $1,200 before I met Jared, 2-3 years before I was on my grind, before anything, when I was fucking living paycheck, I'm not getting anywhere with that.